Guys, it's already March. もう3月だよ. It doesn't feel like it though. Are you guys still studying? Maybe you thought 2025 is going to be the year where you finally study Japanese. もしくは今年絶対英語を勉強しようと思ってるね. But maybe, it's March and you're feeling a little bit down. Maybe you're a little bit unmotivated. How's it going, guys? Well, you know what? Let's fix that today. So this video is not just for you, but it's also for myself. I want to go over 5 pieces of advice that is going to help us out, and I'll tell you how it applies to myself as well too. Sounds good? Eka. So I want to ask you guys in the first place, why are you even studying Japanese? Or for my Japanese audience, そもそもなぜ英語を勉強したいの? Do you want to watch TV or anime without subtitles? Do you want to travel the world? Do you just want to have a ton of friends and be really cool, like me? The thing with learning a language is that it's a long journey and it's not necessarily a straight path. It's very, very easy to get lost. For me, it was originally about watching anime, then it was about watching TV shows, then it was just to make friends and then keep in touch with them. So my reasons changed over time. The real thing that I want to do is I want to become fluent in Japanese, like completely near native, be able to read anything, watch anything, talk to anyone, kind of like a master of Japanese. Instead of thinking about what you want to do, think about who you want to be. Do you want to be a language expert? Or do you just want to be a really seasoned traveler, being able to go to Japan or any country without any difficulties? If I want to be a Japanese expert, then if I don't read books or anything like that, then I'm never going to become one, right? Think about that ideal future version of you. Are your daily habits or actions helping you become that person? This is not my original idea, by the way. It's actually from a book called Atomic Habits. I recommend checking that one out when you have time. Lots of good stuff in there. The next piece of advice is more for my Japanese viewers. From talking to a lot of students that come here, it feels like a lot of them, are afraid of making a mistake. That leads to issues of low self-confidence, which means they don't speak, which means lower confidence, which means you know what I'm talking about. This could be the same for you when learning Japanese as well. When it comes to talking with people, if people see that you're making an effort, they're very, very likely to be understanding of you. That's actually why a lot of Japanese people say Nihongo jozu, even if you just say a couple of words. They don't actually mean you're super good, but they recognize that you're taking the effort to learn their language. And look guys, I get it. Japanese is very difficult. For Japanese people, English is also really difficult. So we're all struggling with it. Don't worry about it. So guys, are you writing things down? When I started studying Japanese, I kept a bunch of notebooks with a bunch of kanji and vocabulary written all over them. And sometimes I even had kanji written on my walls. No picture though. A lot of stuff these days is digital, but pen and paper is still really good, and it's good to keep proof of what you've studied so far. Even better is if you keep a journal of some kind. One of my friends actually has a 3-year journal, and when she got here, she was writing in Japanese, but over time, she actually started writing her entries in English. It's a good way to see how much you're improving over time. So yeah, having something physical can be a really powerful motivator. So what was that meme? It's like, the real treasure was the friends that we made along the way. Or maybe in Japanese it'd be like, 本物宝物は途中で出会った仲間かな? Something like that. For most of my adult life, I met so many people just from studying Japanese that I never would have met otherwise. They're the real treasure that keeps me going. I do strongly recommend for you to find a local community, like a language exchange or other meetup in your city to make Japanese friends. 日本人の視聴者さんにもほんまにIf that's not possible where you live, then move. Okay, just kidding. You can look for people online through apps like HelloTalk or Tandem. The point is that language is for communication, right? So at some point you want to talk to people anyways. So, just go for it. You'll learn a lot more than a language and possibly make friends for life. Now for my last tip, it's all about creating accountability. Basically, this means that if you don't do X, then Y will happen, which is usually bad. An easy example is taking a test. I don't think I've shared this on this channel before, but I actually have the JLPT N2, or in Japanese, Nihongo Noriku Shiken, Nikyu. I actually failed it the first time I took it. I thought I was, Nihongo Jozu enough, so I didn't study that much. But the second time, believe me, I did not want to fail again, so I studied a lot and passed it. And the thing is, the JLPT can only be taken once per year. So if you fail it, you have to wait another whole year. In Toronto at least. So for you, I do recommend trying to take some kind of test, like the JLPT or something else, or even taking a class. You don't want to disappoint your teachers or your fellow students, right? That said, I'm throwing accountability out there because I'm going to take the JLPT N1 this year. Yeah. And if I fail, I'll think of a punishment later, besides embarrassment. Okay guys, so that's been my video on staying motivated learning Japanese or Eigo. Do you have any tips that you guys have? If you do, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, don't be too hard on yourself. You're making progress every day. So I'll see you again in the next video either way. My train's here. Okay, bye guys.
Please stand clear of the doors.